And welcome back. Today we are going to do a short day. Yesterday was quite a bust if you saw the video, but we did kind of salvage it at the end. I didn't really record. I think I did 2 orders. I don't remember now, but it wasn't a lot. But we did pick up our bonus, which is awesome. It's Saturday morning right now. It is 34 degrees and it's about 9 o'clock. Maybe a bacon, egg, and cheese burrito. All right, let's go do this. Let's go see what we can earn today. Well, she ain't in the car, so we'll pick up trucks. All right, we have arrived at the Walmart and we do have our first order. It was pretty busy. I turned the app on when I was at home and it was dinging left and right. And by the time I got in the truck and was coming up the road, everything was pretty much spoken for. And then it died. And the whole trip here, nothing. But luckily, I just pulled in and we got this one. I am a little skeptical about it because it's $7 for the delivery and $15 for the tip. So we'll see if I've been tip baited or not. So it's a good time. I believe every one of my videos I want to try to give tips and advice, whether that's for doing Spark or just in life in general. I'm an older guy, so I've been around and I've seen some stuff. I've been through some stuff, and man, have I made some mistakes in my life. But hey, we're all human, right? So here's one, just alluding to what I was just talking about here. If you are going to start sparking, or any delivery service, I imagine is pretty much set up the same. I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me there. But for Spark, I do know that a lot of the Spark drivers that are on YouTube that are talking, typically are talking about tip baiting, and that sucks. That's something I really don't like about this, is the fact that you get an order, it shows you a delivery and plus a tip, but the customer, after you drop their stuff off, can take that tip away or change it or even up it, you know. But they could put out a large tip and you go, okay, cool, I want this, I need the money. You go, you do the job. They got, like, I think it's 48 hours that they can change that. That's frustrating if that happens, because you've put wear and tear on your vehicle, you've used your time, the gas, the oil, everything. You know, there's a lot of factors that comes into this as an independent contractor utilizing your own vehicle. So you know, just be wary. If it seems, always go with your gut. If it seems a little off, it probably is. This one may be off, it may not be though. You know, there are still some good people out here. I do know that. I think there are. Okay, so something I want to cover too that I heard about this morning, yesterday I believe it was, about the father who was making deliveries in Florida and ended up getting shot and killed, and I believe his daughter was in the car. You know, that's terrible, you know, anytime, but especially around the holidays and stuff. So I do want to point out that when you're doing this, if your gut tells you, today's all about the gut, I guess, but if your gut tells you something's wrong, it probably is wrong. You need to be safe, and don't, you know, if you feel like something's off, or that your life is in danger, or that you're in a dangerous situation, get out of there. Call support, tell them, hey, you need to cancel this order, I don't feel safe, and just go on with it, because your life is more important than somebody's bag of groceries or $10, $15, $20. Simple as that. Simple as that. The groceries, the food, the whatever they got, that can be taken care of. Your life cannot. So be safe out there. I mean, I know it seems like that should be obvious, but just, you know, hearing that story, and I don't know all the details, but man, that's terrible. And the kid was in the car. I think it was a kid. It was his daughter, I'm pretty sure. Be careful. Well, it's been 35-40 minutes now, and the order on here says it is still getting ready, so not going to make much money this first hour. This is ridiculous.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm not gonna lie, after yesterday, as bad as it was, now today, I mean, it's been, when is the appropriate time to call support and say, hey, this is ridiculous, I'm giving up on this order?
2,000 years later.
Well, finally. Oh my gosh. Well, this was absolutely the order from hell.
But wait, there's more.
So I checked in on the app, but when I finally got to talk to an associate, it showed like I hadn't checked in. So anyway, they got that fixed. I got with support. They were pretty quick on everything, and they have, I believe, compensated or done something. And of course, the biggest issue that I am seeing with this is like when I hit navigate, like it's giving me one address. When I hit navigate, it gives me a whole different address. And that is frustrating as hell. Luckily, so far, every time I've had an issue and I've sent the customer a message, they've been very quick to answer me back and been very polite. So, but man, this is ridiculous right here. I'm gonna tell you what, one damn thing's for certain. If you are trying to go down the road doing something, there's always gonna be somebody, especially when you're trying to find an address.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Hamilton Ridge Lane.
I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody gonna be on your rear end. It's just crazy. All right, let's go make this delivery real quick. All right, got that done. Wow, man. So I looked at the online chat, and it didn't say nothing about any additional compensation for waiting in their issue. It says something to the effect that they were going to get with the store's higher management to make sure that Spark drivers weren't waiting. Hello? You had a glitch in the app. It's not the store's fault. It showed that I wasn't checked in, even though I did check in. And I showed that to her, and she documented it, or she saw that. So, this has put me in a pretty foul mood. Man. Man. These are the frustrations. And the crazy thing is like, just trying to get an associate to come out to where I could speak to him and be like, hey, yo, what's the deal? You know, go check on this order. And whenever I did, when an associate did come out, I said, excuse me, ma'am, I got a question. And she literally said, I figured you probably did. You've been out here a while. What the f? Okay, yeah, well, glad you noticed. Glad you noticed. Jeez Louise. Well, at least I've hit every single stoplight ever since becoming a Spark delivery driver. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she is red. It's always red. Red, red, red. Red. All right, let's have a real quick recap of this order. And so far the day. Oh my goodness. So I'm about 2 hours in through this whole entire fiasco. First, it started, if you recall, with feeling like it may be a little bit of a sketchy one to begin with, because it had a pretty high tip versus, you know, compensation. Then I check in correctly, do all that, and I sat there and I sat there and I sat there, and you know, it took a little bit for the order to get ready, but it got ready. And after that, it kind of slowed down. There were a few cars here and there, no biggie. I was pretty sure the order would be coming at some point. Then it got to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, man, what the heck? So I start reaching out to support. I wait for an associate comes out, and of course say that didn't show that I had checked in, so that's why they had not you know, brought the order out. I get that, but you would have thought somebody would have walked over to the truck and been like, hey, what are you here for? But they did not. So that is an issue with the store. But there is an app issue there. There's definitely some kind of issue going on. Anyway, then I get everything and think that support's kind of helping me out here. Probably going to give me some kind of compensation for that issue, which doesn't seem to be the case. Then I go to take the order and the navigation, the app says one address, navigation says another. Luckily, I reach out to the customer and they confirm the right address. We take the order, or I take the order, I get it there, and all is good, I suppose. I look, and chat's just pretty much said, you know, hey, we'll tell the store not to make Spark drivers wait. I mean, it's good sentiment. It's a good practice. But what about my wasted time? And this is one of the problems that you will have to attend with. There's going to always be issues. So, but man, today was a prime example. Yesterday was an example of how it can just be absolutely dead the whole day. The whole entire freaking day. Absolutely dead. Luckily, I hit some incentives and stuff, and I think overall, yesterday was about a $75 day, but it was $75 is jack squat compared to the hours of just sitting and being bored out of my freaking mind. That is why a lot of people multitask, of course, or multi-app. Man, I am so frustrated, man. So frustrated. It is now 11:20 and no orders are coming through. It is absolutely dead, and it probably will be dead till 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go get my son at 3 o'clock. I haven't seen him in a while, so I imagine my day is pretty much over, and so far I've made $7. There is a $15 tip that is unconfirmed. You guys have a great day. I will see you on the next one. Yeah.